Hello, Taurus. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys, for our 2025 New Year's forecast tarot reading. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you all. So, obviously, I've already got our main spread down. They have been pre-popped for your convenience, darling. I just did Aries, and this was long enough, all right? So, um, it was long enough over there. So, I'm going to try to make it a little more condensed this time. And then we're going to be clarifying with our Gilded Tarot Royale. I also want to mention here Taurus, right before I started, we did get an earthquake, and it was pretty big, at least for me. I got a little shook up here, so I don't know if that's maybe indicative of what may occur here for you in your year in 2025. Some things might get shaken loose. You feel me? Let's see what we have. Also, keep in mind, as always, they are general messages. Not everything is going to resonate for everybody. So do only take what resonates for you and fits for your life, loves, and leave the rest behind. These are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so clearly you've got a theme going on here, going with the flow, leaving the past behind. That's very clear. Excuse me. All right, Taurus, let's get into this and then we'll start clarifying. Your main theme for 2025. We have sorrow with a number nine. This is the nine of um, air, nine of swords. Oh, I am seeing, that's so interesting. I'm seeing a contrastual, contrastual energies here between cups and swords. You have cups and swords, cups and swords. So thoughts and feelings, thoughts and feelings. 2025 is about thoughts and feelings. Trans That's so funny. Obviously, well, Taurus, I just did Aries, and Aries, if you have Aries placements, you might want to go check out the Aries reading, or if you're dealing with an Aries. But you are astrological neighbors, obviously, so you probably share some placements. But this is kind of feeling a little Ariesy. Going with the flow was one of the themes that they had. They also had a Two of Cups type energy, which I see here in your friendliness. Okay, we'll get into this. We'll get into this. Letting go of sorrow. We also see that here in the Five of Cups. Now, this is departing energies from the previous year in 2024. Clinging to the past, this is the Five of Cups in this deck. This is what is departing. But it's interesting that your main theme is Nine of Swords in reverse. It's like we're letting go of the anxiety. Our main theme is to cut back here on the worries, on the guilt, on the clinging to the past, the people of the past, all of this accumulation of feeling related to the past. Obviously, a new vision is needed, and I feel here this is your talents that you'll be expressing this year with new vision. New vision is the Hanging Man card of tarot, right? So you could be dealing with a Pisces, but new vision here, Piscean energy in reverse. I'm really getting this, like, we'll get into this receptivity and control, but I'm getting this energy of rigidity, Taurus, that you're going to be busting out of. Yeah, busting out of in 2024. Relinquishing yourself from uh, the tied to what you were once tied to and allowing an expansion of your mind and seeing things differently. I feel that this is a talent that you're going to express this year, but I feel it's mostly expressing to yourself, like that you can overcome here. Future opportunities. We have inner voice. This is the High Priestess. So, High Priestess energy here, that's your intuition. This is having the knowledge, the inner knowledge, an opportunity to gain knowledge, opportunities to listen to your intuition and to break free of what you thought you knew. Now, that might come with challenge, right? Your upcoming obstacle, friendliness here in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse. Thoughts and feelings. I'm seeing here friendships, partnerships, decisions to be made in relation to such, right? Taurus. Not everybody is going to see things the way you see them. How you deal with your upcoming obstacles. We have receptivity and control. Now, this is where it gets a little hairy here. Because control is King of Swords in reverse, and receptivity is Queen of Cups in reverse. So I feel drowning in emotion. I feel maybe losing sight of your psychic abilities here. But this is how to deal with the upcoming obstacle. See, I feel as though we have to get in touch with our heart here, Taurus, not try to over control the situation or over control somebody, or maybe even a group of people. But with the two, it could be you, any specific person. Two of Cups does represent soulmate energy and partnerships, right? Not necessarily romantic. Do take it as it fits. Um, but this is an obstacle. It's an obstacle to get along with people or to allow them to be who they're going to be, or get out of these energies of maybe the way you wanted them to be or what you thought they should be, or these old rigid perspectives that kept you in a narrow-minded standstill or clinging to the past in some way. Here, this is definitely growth orientated. This isn't going to be a very easy year because, well, it will be easier if you don't try to over control the situation or those around you. How to achieve your goals and dreams here, Taurus, we have going with the flow. Going with the flow is very much about riding the ups and downs. So it's not always going to be good. It's not always going to be perfect rainbows and sunshine. We're not always going to see eye to eye with everyone that we love. They're not going to do what we want them to do, you know, and that needs to be okay. And we need to be like, there's something about like loving them anyway. For some, it's from afar, actually. Wow, thank you, Spirit. That tie, the tie to either somebody or the tie to the ideas in relation to somebody, okay? Alrighty, Taurus, let's get into this. Let's dive deeper and clarify here for your 2024 new year. I do feel the theme is mostly going with the control, going with the flow and letting go of control. For some of you, it's hard, right? But there's an opportunity here to allow your inner guidance system for your intuition to guide you to a new way or to that new perspective that gets you out of some sort of rigid mentality that had you clinging to the past no longer in 2024. You feel me? There is definitely an opportunity here, but I feel like going with the flow is a little harder than it feels here a little bit harder. Easier said than done. Harder to do, easier to say. You feel me? Because of the worry. Because of the worry. But here coming in the reverse, Spirit very easily and very clearly saying, Taurus, a theme for 2025 is to let go of that worry. Maybe try to keep your emotions and your logical mind balanced. Here. Tell me more, please, spirits, angels, guides, about the main theme for Taurus for 2024. Whoa. Tell me more, please, spirit, about Nine of Swords. Tell me more, please, spirit, about Nine of Swords here in reverse. Taurus's main theme for 2024. I did happen to see the world go by. And that's interesting. We landed with the King of Wands in reverse. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo on that. Sag very strong, but I saw him go by as we were shuffling and I thought anger, okay? Eight of Wands reversed. Interesting. Take it down a notch or move back a step here. Now, for some, please do not take these messages harshly, but you may be overstepping your bounds a little bit or over exceeding your energies or your reach here. And Spirit is saying, in 2025, a main theme is to be sure not to do that or try really hard not to do that, not to overextend. Because, like, overextending your energy or overextending what you're capable of doing or over trying to over control the situation or those around us. I heard fear. Thank you, Spirit. I heard fear. Fear and anger, very strong in the King of Wands. Something about fear and anger. Not letting fear, yeah, thank you, Spirit, because fear is what causes us to over control situations or those around us. We fear not being loved by them naturally, and so we want to make the decision to love them, love us for us. You know what I mean? Love. Yeah, Mercury retrograde. Can't talk. Give me a second. Let me put my thoughts together. We can't force them to see people. We can't force people to see us the way we want them to, and we can't force them to see things the way we want them to. And there's this like over control or overreach of energy that only puts more burden on you than you actually need here, Taurus, is what I'm getting at. Whew, does that make sense? Eight of Wands is very action based. Here coming in the reverse, you don't have to go there. You don't have to make it your business. You don't have to make it your problem. You know what I mean? We don't have to care so much about something. Caring so much about something is what keeps us clinging to the past. And 2025 is about going forward in a different way. We have here Five of Cups, guilt, sadness. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And these are energies that are departing from you in 2025. We have the Chariot in reverse, and we have the Two of Swords. Cancerian energy with the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. I feel like there's something you're not seeing here. Oh gosh, there's so many downloads. First of all, for some, it's like we don't need all the pieces to control all the pieces in order to go forward. You can still make a decision. You may be the one holding yourself back, clinging to this past. These are departing energies. We have to also recognize what is being held in the heart space here, Taurus, whether it's guilt or crying over spilt milk, wanting to turn back the clock, wishing somebody saw us different or that circumstances were different. It also feels like you have more power to transmute your past than you realize. Also, before you go forward with something, recognize, is this really what you can go forward with or should be going forward with? Again, with this overextending or overreaching. There's things that we can control within ourselves, and there's things that we can't. We've got to know going forward into the new year as well. We can't be blinded to what actually we're holding on to. We can't be blinded to what has been holding us back in order to go forward. And sometimes that's recognizing that sometimes it's ourselves. You feel me, Taurus? And that's totally okay, and it's part of the journey. We have here talents that you will express in the new year. New vision, hanging man, Piscean energy coming in the reverse. Let's get a clarifier on this. For me, when the hangman comes in reverse, it's often meaning you're coming unstuck from old perspectives, old ways, and old ties, right? Things that that had us um, very, very trapped. And there's also this energy of the hanging man where he does kind of over ridicule himself, over persecute himself. And I feel that a lot when the Five of Cups comes out in a reading. Okay, so I do got to note that. But this is the talents that you'll be expressing. I feel you're going to be coming free from something and expressing something and seeing something in a new way that you've never seen before this year, right? Strength card in reverse. It's not going to look that pretty, Taurus. I got to be honest. Talents you'll be expressing this year. Strength card in reverse. Leo energy. Two majors. Oh, you've got to let yourself be yourself. But you've also got to worry mostly about yourself and less about things, more about what we can control and less about what we can't. There's this wanting to burst free of old perspectives and ties, and this like free flowing energy that wants to come through. But this, I keep feeling this holding back, this wanting to hold back, this rigidity, or this like comfort in holding back. It's comfortable to be stuck. It's comfortable to not be rejected, or it's comfortable to like make people go a certain way. That way we know everything that's going to happen. There's something about getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, getting okay with not being in control of every little thing. That's what creates abundance for you in 2025. But it's not only of health, wealth, and in the physical world. Thank you, Spirit, but also of spiritual essence. Because we can see that with our future opportunities, your inner voice. I often feel that um, these are two very tied together. You know, she tames her inner beast. She with the strength card. This is temptation overtaking somebody. Um, this is a difficulty. This is hard to get through. But with the inner voice here, with the high priestess here, and this coming in the future opportunities, it's it's not easy, but it's very available to take that route instead. Tell me more about inner voice for Taurus for 2020. Tell me more, please. That's a lot. That's a lot. Take 'em, her, take 'em. Orderly. Okay. We got future opportunities here. We have the devil. We've got the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Capricorn energy with the devil. I'm being very drawn to the two in the original tarot. There's two pillars that are sitting behind the high priestess, the black and the white pillars, yeah? It represents the dualistic nature. It also, in this case especially, I want to say heart and mind. There's something here contrastual. There's something here light and dark. It's hard to get through, or it's hard to refrain or hold back, but there's something about needing to hold back. There's something about needing to hold back. Hold back our care to over control. Hold back the need to, I almost want to say, overstimulate the situation with this devil. It feels like, honestly, it feels like inner static, especially coming next to the Seven of Cups. And here we're clarifying this inner knowing and this inner guidance with the High Priestess, the inner voice. The devil takes away your freedom of choice. The Seven of Cups is confusion. And the Eight of Cups in reverse is not putting any effort. So it's very easy here to give way to old patterns, or to try to very rigidly control something. And that, I promise you, in the 2025 new year, we need to see something bigger, higher, grander. And I feel that you can heed that call, but it's going to take a lot of effort, because there's something here about needing to not be bothered, or to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like, you need to not be bothered when someone around you doesn't do what you want them to do, or doesn't take the opportunities you think that they should take, or maybe they don't see you the way you want to be seen, or they don't get you, they don't understand you. Maybe you guys don't always get along. There's some partnership here. But there's a very pull and a tug between old rigid thinking and new ways, black and white, duality, a polarizing energy, our thoughts, our feelings. You feel me here? Taurus is going deep. There's something here we have to overcome. We have to overcome a deep pattern that only digs us a deeper hole or leaves us more confused. I feel like it has something to do with this needing to go with the flow energy and not being over stickler about things. Okay? Because your upcoming obstacles is not everybody's going to see it your way. Not everybody's going to be, we're not always going to get along with someone. It's going to be a flow. There are ebbs and there's flows, there's ups and there's downs. Don't allow when the down point hits that sorrow to sink in and that confusion to drain you of this new vision that you could have. You see, there's something here. Breaking free from the devil is not easy. It takes courage, it takes strength, but you know deep down inside, or your highest self is trying to guide you to the fact that you can absolutely break free of these very domineering patterns, or these very rigid patterns within you. Okay. Now, this is a no shade, no shade, no shade, baby. This is all growth. It's just growth for you, darling. Just, just out of love. Honestly, I give these messages out of love. Okay, so your upcoming obstacles have to do with others, friendships. We have friendliness in reverse, the Two of Cups. Tell me more, please, Spirit, about friendliness. I gotta watch the time here. Okay. Tell me more, please, Spirit, about friendliness. Two of Cups in reverse. Or Taurus, the upcoming obstacles. Ooh. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, that King of Wands. King of Pentacles. You feel slighted by somebody, okay? King of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Swords. Perhaps you will be slighted by somebody in the 2025 year. Or you will feel as though somebody has taken something from you, or persuaded somebody about you or others about you. Seven of Swords is deception, lying, cheating, stealing, coming back for the rest. No, 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 no. That's a perception. Thank you, Spirit. What's what's happening here is you're being overly strategic. Now, for some that's still valid. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So for some that's still valid, and halfway through the new year, you may experience this energy of being disassociated or disconnected with somebody through their lies that they provide, their lies that they provide. Interesting. Or the lack of substance that they give, or the lack of substance. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. You may be fed up with somebody, and it may have something to do with lying, but I also feel this over strategic energy. You are the King of Pentacles, Taurus. This is very much your energy. King of Pentacles is a provider, a stable, rooted, grounded, committed individual. You might decide something isn't worth staying committed to any longer this year. Others of you, I feel, with this over strategic energy, we lose out on connections when we are over controlling or over domineering or overbearing in some way. I heard the devil in the ear. Devil in the ear, whatever that means for you, darling. I feel like I'm talking and rambling too long. So if any of you are still here with me, I'm really not trying to insult you. I'm trying to help. Let's go. Here we go. How to deal with these upcoming obstacles. Queen of Cups in reverse with the King of Swords in reverse. You can still love somebody, but this is also with the Queen, connection to that inner psychic of yours, the inner heart space rather than that inner critic. Okay, how to deal with these upcoming obstacles. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Five of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Changes, endings potentially. Fives are changes. You have a lot of emotion here. Five of Pentacles in reverse is allowing, I want to say allowing a change. Interesting. Allowing a change, but allowing someone to redeem themselves, allowing someone back in, reopening an idea, reopening something about reopening, like reopening the doors on an opportunity, or reopening here some form of something that you've maybe locked with really, really deep within yourself. And it's kept here with this fear. Like it feels like you're holding your emotions back on a real level through fear that you won't be accepted. If you give someone free will to naturally accept you, they won't accept you, but you're overthinking something. We got to let go of that and allow a change of that, but also like open the door to new concepts and allow someone to prove to you what you really mean to them. Taurus. Without over controlling or overthinking the situation, and without maybe this back and forth. I almost get this energy of locking someone out, ghosting someone, and then letting them back in. Um, Going a long time without talking to someone on purpose to you know what I mean? And then a reappearance. That could be their energy as well. You know what I mean? But in that case, it's like we have harsh feelings about it, but we let them back in anyway, okay? And we give to them anyway, but we hold a grudge over it. So it's going to be different for everybody, but that's how we deal with this. So open up your heart, definitely, and allow a change of perspectives there. Okay, how you achieve your goals and dreams. Darling, we have to go with the flow. Being okay with riding through the waves, the ups and the downs. Leaving the past in the past. There's something about how, like going with the flow and not fighting the current when it wants to drag you down for a minute and then bring you to the surface. It's very hard to ride that wave, especially in terms of relationships. Like we feel like we're going to lose out on something. And then we're brought to the surface and we realize, oh, okay, but it's almost like now we're out of breath and it's not easy to ride that wave. But this is necessary for how you achieve your goals and your dreams. Phew. Page of Cups reverse. Forgiveness. This is your inner child. This is your inner trauma, baby. Oh yes, Taurus. We are hurt on the inside or the inner. You're hurt on the inside. I think there's a part of you that really feels like if you gave somebody free will to make their own decision, that they wouldn't choose you. And maybe that's just not true. That is just not true. I feel like that's your trauma speaking, love, okay? We have the Three of Pentacles here and the Nine of Cups. Three of Pentacles is willingness to work in a group, things building, working together. But the Nine of Cups is you personally not being happy about it or not being ready or holding yourself back here. Wish fulfillment in the nine coming in the reverse just doesn't hit the mark. There is a need to recognize what exactly you do want to see and focus on that for your new year, Taurus. But I'm also getting a self-esteem thing. Yeah. Yeah, an inner emotional stability, like emotional dependence versus emotional independence. I feel like if you go with the flow, it'll work far better to your benefit. Thank you, Spirit. It'll work far better to your benefit. I feel what's been holding you back from going with the flow is this idea that you're not good enough or you can't go through something or that you Can't find, but you can find these new visions. You can hold yourself back from giving too much, getting too involved. You can hold yourself back from being overly strategic or striking out of trauma and pain, or wanting to keep somebody like choosing you for one way or another, or bribe, even if you have to bribe them. Oi, for those in that case, it's like, oh, some of us have to be okay with, if they have been deceptive, if they haven't been giving their half, do they need to be in your reality? Something about being okay with that, if that's the case for you, okay? And not allowing them to come back in. Okay. Huh. All right, let's get your advice. I feel like I am talking way too long. Advice for Taurus for 2024. What advice do we have for Taurus for 2024? Please, spirits, angels, advice. Ebb and flow. Ocean. Go with the flow. It is not easy. We're not always going to get along. We're not always going to see eye to eye. We're not always going to approve. But if somebody does stuff on purpose, then do you need them around? And if they're not doing things on purpose, do we need to over control them? I promise you, they'll choose you anyway. I feel like you need to be told that. They'll choose you anyway. Allow them to make that decision as well. Maybe you'll find that they make a surprising decision. Okay, vibes. Ooh, we got forest, breath, and we got autumn equinox, release. Very interesting with forest breath and the autumn equinox, release. Something about being at peace anyway, right? Being at peace anyway. Oh, fairies, earth magic. Oh, that is so beautiful. I'm feeling very heart chakra energy coming from the green, right? And I'm feeling that expansion with the crown, the purple, opening up that heart space, darling. Creating magic, I feel, in your earth. And I also want to say, well, fairies, magic, it's everywhere, right? I feel it's the little things. I really feel like little by little, if you just slow down, don't overly strategize, don't overthink, um, don't have a crazy emotional response. Just breathe. This year it's about solidifying your own magic. It's about being okay with the unknown. It's about expanding yourself from the heart up, you feel me? And being eventually at peace with every ebb and flow that comes in our world, right? We're transmuting energy here with the autumn equinox. If we allow, that is way too many. Can I get just one more, please, spirits? Full moon completion and wind activation. Couldn't help but notice. Things are activating for you, love, this year. You ended up with new moon promise at the bottom of the deck. New moon is about a new cycle. There is a uh, trauma here in your heart that you can overcome. But we need to not hold on to those old perspectives, to those old ways that kind of keep us stuck in this like over controlling energy. We have to be open and receptive to it as things change. Clouds, shape shifting, as things take form, as things take heed, right? I'm seeing a lot of your earth. We got clouds and fairies and trees and green and forest. This is the natural cycle. This is the natural flow. We need to go with the natural flow. And bringing on that new cycle, that new vision, that new perspective, That's really going to help. There's a promise here that that is going to help you fulfill your dreams. But it's also um, an understanding that it's not always going to feel good. There's going to be ups and downs, and an understanding that's no reflection on you as a person. Also, understanding it's about your self esteem, your wish fulfillment. It's your moonology advice here. I do feel there's at least one particular partnership that you want to shape shift. And you can do that but only from your energy. You can't control theirs, but you can be of inspiration to that person. Okay. Hold on one second. My kid just came in and he left the door wide open. And he left the door wide open. He left the door open. That's about you too, honey. Oh, that's funny. Um, about that openness. You got to leave the door open here for possibility. Shape shifting. I'm getting very drawn to the fact that the earth was shaken before we started this reading. Things are going to get shaken up. Things are shaking loose. Loose gunk in the heart from the old, all those old experiences from the past. We don't need to over strategize anymore. We don't need to overthink it. You are absolutely good enough and you can let your guard down. You can go with the flow. And I feel like you're going to find that that opens so many more doors for you and solidifies something so much greater. You feel me? Taurus, I hope that makes sense. Let's get your advice here, love. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. We're going to get one more for you. That was at the bottom of the deck, darling. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Something about coming full circle, love. Okay. A new start is coming. Emotions are running high. So we have new moon, super moon. You are definitely shaking up something here and shape shifting. This new year is shape shifting for you, a brand new opportunity to see things differently, to heal old traumas and old wounds, deep old wounds, potentially again from childhood. Like it goes back years. And and it may not even be about a specific person, but it feels like a specific person is in the mix, right? I promise to choose you. There's a natural cycle here. They will naturally choose you. It's something about letting go of the reins. So, and having confidence in knowing that they will naturally choose you. A new start is coming, a new way of thinking, a new, a new, not just from the new year, but a new level of confidence, a new way of holding and having emotional relationships. But the key is letting go and allowing the universe to show you, allowing the universe to show you that there was never a reason to fear. Let's get you one more, darling. And then I gotta pop off here and go pick up my kid from ROTC. Your hard work is paying off, New Moon and Capricorn. We do have that Eight of Pentacles. That is about hard work. It is about paying attention to detail, putting in work. So this could be work on self, work on specifically listening through the muck and the gunk, the devils in your ear, telling you some shit here, Taurus, making you think some things that are just not true about yourself. You are worthy. You know, this is like work harder on getting past the devil and opening these new opportunities because there's like an inner voice that's wanting to shake it out, scream out to you, heal me, baby. And we have full moon in Capricorn. So you got the new moon in Capricorn and the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. It's been a long road. It has been a very long, for some very painful road. That is about to come to an end. in 2025. That is coming to an end for you here. Your hard work is paying off. The key is go with the flow, don't over control the situation, and allow someone to naturally choose you, baby. When they do, this will re-solidify everything for you. And again, this they might not initially right away choose you the way that you want to choose you. That it feels like this is going to take all year long because there's some deep rooted perspectives that need to be changed. We need to let go of the care and allow magic to take hold here and work something in your life that you never thought possible. Because when they naturally choose you when you didn't expect they would, it changes everything. It changes everything. It heals something in you that for some maybe you didn't even know was there still or there at all. So yes, it's going to be a very emotional year. It's going to be a um very crazy ride. It's going to be an up and down roller coaster, but breathe through it, ride the waves, and just try to see things in a way that you've never seen them before. And allow those around you to show you something that you've never seen before, of course. Okay. Whew, I hope that helps you guys. I hope that helps you gain some clarity. I hope that it's all so beautiful for you in the new year. I'm wishing you the best of luck and the best 2025 you could possibly ever have here, Taurus. As always, please like the video. Give me a like if you like the video. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe if you vibe. And yeah, I appreciate your guys' support as always. Peace, love, and light to you, Taurus. Until I see you next time. Mwah.